welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are new around here, my name's Holly and I do videos on cross stitch more than diamond painting at the moment, but basically cross stitch and diamond painting. I've got a very long journey with all my whips and I have a lot of followers, which is fantastic. So many subscribers who are following me or joining me along my journey with my cross stitch. But if that is something that you think you'll be interested in, then press the subscribe button and the notification bell and you'll be notified as soon as any of my new videos go live. I do also do Stitch With Me's as well, so if that's something you're interested in, then you will definitely be notified as soon as those videos go live. Right, I've done quite a lot of stitching this month. I've done 7,997 stitches in, I think I've got 13 projects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 12 projects, which is really good. So I do have time and I don't have time at the same time. So I've got a regular sort of, I would say 9 to 5 job that I do in a day. I do have my weekends free, but on most evenings I'm down the yard after work and I'm riding my horse. So that does take up a little bit of time. And I do find that when I get home, I'm absolutely shattered. But, you know, once I've got my stitching out and I'm going, then, you know, for me, it's, you know, I'm kind of there and I just get stuck in and I do it. One thing I have noticed though this month and actually last month is by setting an actual goal of a percentage that I have to complete, because I use Pattern Keeper, so it always tells you on the side what your percentage is. I'm finding that that is keeping me really like in focus and, you know, on it. So I don't actually end up going on to another project until I've basically reached my goal or smashed my goal, depending on. So what will happen is if I've got 3 days to work on a project, I will still work on that project for 3 days, even though I may have already reached the goal that I set, because it just means that, you know, it's just more progress, isn't it? Likewise, if I'm finding that I'm really struggling with one of my projects that I've set a goal with, I will like work at lunch, you know, if there's a project that's doing really well, I'll take like an hour or 2 out and I'll, you know, work on that project that I'm finding that I'm really struggling to get that, you know, goal set with. But yeah, it just really keeps me focused and keeps me accountable for, you know, making sure that the goals that I set, A, are achievable, and B, that I make sure that I do achieve them. So I found that my whips over the last couple of months, I have been flying through them because, I mean, I don't have any finishes or anything, but I'm kind of getting there. But I'm finding that by actually setting a goal of a percentage, that I am absolutely achieving that percentage. So I just feel like I'm doing so much more rather than just stitching and thinking, okay, well, you know, let's see how I go. Sorry, my cat's drinking my tea. Rascal, will you stop drinking my tea? You're not allowed to drink my tea. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I'm finding that I am achieving more and I'm working through my whips quicker. So going back to when I was actually not putting a goal together for my whips and I was just stitching willy-nilly, I was finding that I was really struggling to actually feel like I was getting any progress. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm finding that that is really helping me. I'm also involved with Whip Go. If you saw my video last month, you will see that I have got a week. I had a week on Alternative Reality and a week on Bountiful Bookshelf. And I did a full week on Bountiful Bookshelf and Alternative Reality. So I found that I've done, you know, quite a bit of progress on those projects. So I'm just going to go in the order that I've got on my desk. I've got a hell of a lot on my desk. I haven't got a lot of haul. The only thing I bought actually is this needleminder from Denke Designs. It's really gorgeous. It's like a feather sort of shape, and then obviously it's got like the beautiful pinks and then silver. I'm quite a blingy person, so I love all of her needleminders, and that just sits on my pink Peonies project because I think that that works really well on that project. So let's get stuck into some of the projects that I've got. Like I said, I am going to do it in the order that I've kind of got here. I've also put all of my wallets in order as well, so that there's not too much of an issue, and I actually make sure that I cover everything that I've got here. So I'm going to start with getting my whips over, and then I will speak to you about what I'm going to be doing in February. So the first one I'm going to show you is a project that I charted myself, and this one's called Pink Peonies, and I absolutely love this. Now, it is really, really difficult for me to actually show you this because it's on a massive Omnic frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you kind of on the side, but you can kind of appreciate how much I've done. And then once I get a bit more involved, what I'll do then, I think I'll just start taking photos and I'll snip those photos in. So I worked on this. I don't think I worked on this last month, but the month before. So this is what it looked like last month. Oh God, this is so big. And this is what it looks like this month. Right. Bear with. Can you see there isn't, it's so difficult for me to be able to show you. Right, this is going to be basically upside down, but you know, as you can see, I'll put that behind it, there isn't a hell of a lot of work there. You can't really see what it is at this point anyway. I've done this on 20 count 1/1. I love 20 count. This is a huge project, which is 500, what did I set it at? 460 in width and 698 stitches in length. So it's a very, very big project. I charted that through Threadbare. So that was something that I was looking at. I'm getting better at using their app that they've got, which is kind of like Pattern Keeper, but not like Pattern Keeper. I find Pattern Keeper so much easier to work with. I just find it so difficult to see because unlike Pattern Keeper, when you get rid of your symbol that you've done, the symbol is still there. So although it does give you a bit of colour, it does colour in sort of the symbol that you've already stitched. The symbol is still there, and it is so confusing to try and work out, you know, what is done, what isn't, especially when you're dealing with really light colours, and I am dealing with really light colours at the moment. So the more I work in this project, the longer I get going. I think when I start hitting sort of the darker blues, the darker pinks, then I think it's going to be a lot easier to work. But I am really finding it really not user friendly at all. And when I get my stitch count, what I'm finding that I have to do is I have to work out what my stitch count was before. The good thing is they do put a total at the bottom, so you can just take your old total and then take the new total and obviously subtract one from the other, and that will give you a daily stitch count. But it is a bit of a pain, to say the least. So I really, really, really love Pattern Keeper, and I did try and put it into Pattern Keeper, but for some reason it just didn't work. It just didn't pull through properly. Some of the symbols were missing. I had half pages missing, and it was just a nightmare. So I did succumb, and I downloaded the app for Threadbare, and I'm working with it, but it's I don't think I'll be doing any of my own projects ever again if I have to use Threadbare, because I just do not like using it. So that is the first project, and I'm just going to put this to the side. The second project is a Stitch in Time. This is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's an Amy Stewart, and it's called Sweet Life, and it is this one. So this is a quick stitch, but oh my goodness, talk about confetti heavy. I mean, to the point where I'm really getting bored stitching it. I just need to get to the bigger areas because it's just one stitch of one colour, one stitch of another colour, one stitch of one colour. And I'm just finding it a little bit, not difficult, just I find that I lose my focus more if I've got lots and lots of confetti, because it just drives me nuts because I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. So this is where you saw it last month. And let me just sort this out for you. Oh, lots of part threads. I did have this a bit more organised actually when you saw it last, but I've done a little bit. I mean, I haven't done a hell of a lot. So I've done, oh, I feel like everything is going to come rumbling down. So I did 161 stitches and I am up to, and you know what I didn't do? I didn't write down my percentage, but that's fine. That can be easily rectified because I've got my tablet just here. So I think I wanted to do, tell you what I wanted to do because I have also got the other sheet here. Have I got it here or is it over there? Right, bear with me 1 second. And just find out exactly what I've got and what I haven't got. So I did think that I actually printed this off. Maybe I didn't. Bear with me 1 second. Let's see if I can. Okay, so a stitch in time. I wanted to get it up to 2.5% last month. And I think I did that actually. Even though I only did 161 stitches, I managed to get it to 2.61. So I wanted to get it to 2.5 and I got it to 2.61. So, where are we? Here we go. Here we go. Let me show you. Again, it's very difficult because this is another project that's got a very big frame. There we go. This I'm doing on, again, 20 count 1/1, full cross. And I do love it. It's one of those, oops, oh gosh, I'm trashing the place. It is one of those projects where once you get stuck in and you kind of get a bit more stuck into the project, I know there's going to be a lot of confetti, but you kind of appreciate the confetti because you can actually see how important confetti is because it just brings everything together. So I definitely think that once I get a bit further in that, then it'll be much better. One thing I was finding was that I was doing it after work and probably after I've ridden my horse, who is just shattering me at the moment. She is, the fitter she's getting, the more strong she's getting, and I'm finding that I'm getting home from work feeling like I've just run a half marathon. And there are times where I just feel like the last thing I want to do is get my stitching out, and I'll put something on, a film, or I'll put a series on or something, and I'll just be like, oh my god, you know what, I haven't got the minerals for this tonight, and I'll put it down. And what I'm finding is I'm doing sort of 20 stitches here, 20 stitches there, and it's not really working. But I tell you what, by making me accountable with regards to the percentage that I have to reach before I can go on to my next project, it means that I have to get it done. So I actually put together like a whole entire schedule of my stitching when I've worked out what projects I'm going to work on that month. I then split my projects into sort of months, so excuse my writing. So I've got everything like Tuesday, 1st of Feb, so Bountiful bookshelf, because I've got to work on that week, and then obviously Enchanted, I've got to work on that week, and then I can't even read my own writing. It's that bookshelf, and then a stitch in time, Sweet Life. I'll go through this, but I put out exactly what I'm working on what day, so I know exactly what I'm doing. That gives me an indication of the percentage. I've also got the percentage of what I have to meet by the side of it as well in black, and then in red, when I've achieved that, I will just put down in red what I've done, because you know sometimes I'll just be stitching away on a day that I'm supposed to be stitching on that project and not realise I've gone another, you know, 0.20% over what I'd actually set my goal at. So, you know, when that does happen and I'm feeling like I'm behind on other projects, I will then just say, okay, I'll put it away and I'll bring another project out, which is what happened with one of my other ones, but I will show you that in a second. So that was a Sweet Life Stitching Time. The next one I'm going to show you is a project that is charted by Artisy, and I love this one. This is Delightful Waltz. Really beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love this. And I'm actually doing this in 18 count as well, but the one that I'm going to show you is 20 count, 1/1. I don't even know if I told you how many, oh yeah, I did 161. So in this one, I did 1,000, there is one that I've done loads more for, and I can't think. So I've actually worked on my 18 count and my 20 count one this month, but for some reason I haven't written down what my 20 count one was, and I'm not too sure why. So I think I've done about 500 stitches on this one. My goal was to get to 1.09%, and I actually reached large 1.09%, so I did actually reach my goal. So this is what it looked like last month. This is what it looks like this month. Another big one, I'm afraid. So again, doing this 20 count 1/1. I am just literally taking a thread and working it down. I'm finding that I'm actually achieving more doing that rather than doing it square by square. But once I get my project where I want it, if I have more time and I can just go back and make it a bit cleaner, then I will start doing the squares, because I do like it looking like that. I like it looking really clean, and there are some people on these channels who just have me in absolute awe. They are incredible. I do park my threads, but I'm finding that because I'm setting myself goals, that if I was to just do the parking method with a 10 by 10 square or 20 by 20 square, I just feel like I'd constantly been switching out my threads. So what I've decided is to kind of sort of set it page by page. So this one, where the green is, I think that is like the end part of that page. So hang on one second. So this green bit here, I think that is all one page, I believe, and that's kind of what I'm, you know, doing on my larger projects. The smaller ones are a bit easier because, you know, I haven't got so much time that they're not so big that I don't have to worry about, you know, doing it so much. But that's basically what I'm trying to do. So that is Delightful Waltz. The next one I'm going to show you is Alternative Reality. Now everything is going to come crashing down. Oh my goodness. Right, if you just stay there a second. Hang on, one moment. Right, Alternative Reality is here. I should have got this out earlier, really. Okay, so Alternative Reality is a Josephine Wall project, artwork by Josephine Wall, and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I had to work on this for my Whip Go for a whole week, and because I had to work on it a whole week, I set my goal at 12%. and I did 2,287 stitches. I'm really, really pleased with that. I must have been on a roll that day. So I am at 12.01. So because I knew I had so many projects in the beginning, I was like literally hitting the goal, working on, hitting my goal, working on, because I didn't want to be sort of taking the whole day if I had, you know, and just working on that project for the whole day, because I just had set a whole day for that, and then potentially run out of time for my other projects, or, you know, not have so much time for my projects that needed more time than others. So I'm really pleased about that. I am doing this on 18 count, 2/1, 4 cross. All of my projects are 4 cross. So this is what it looked like last month. And this is what it looks like this month. So really, really working on trying to get this area filled in. I am getting there slowly. I've kind of gone rogue and sort of started moving. Need to get a bit closer, sorry. So I've gone a bit rogue and sort of moved sort of over here, because I wasn't feeling like I was actually achieving anything. Can you see here that I've got my 10 by 10 blocks? So yeah, I've still got them. And they are sort of, you know, still in play on this one. But I was just taking a thread and working it down, taking a thread, working it down, and, you know, trying to get a bit more block colour, because what I was finding is I had so much confetti in this area here that I just needed a break from it. So I would do my confetti, and then I would sort of take a strand of, you know, a kind of, you know, more of a bulk colour. And then I'd come back here, and then I would sort of work in my confetti for a strand, and then come back here. And I think that I was just finding that that was an easier way of doing it, because I get really bored with doing confetti stitches on all of, you know, because I primarily, I think with, yeah, I mean, primarily I do Heaven and Earth designs, and we all know that they're confetti hell. So, you know, for me, it was easier to be able to sort of go and do sort of, you know, bulk colour, and then come back, and then, you know, go and do another sort of area where I had sort of a lot of one colour. And I found that I actually achieved more doing that. So yeah, I achieved my 12.01%. I think, to be fair, if I hadn't done that, I maybe wouldn't have achieved my 12%, because I just needed an area where it was just, you know, I could just stitch away and not have to worry about switching out threads. I can't talk. So I really want some tea, but my cat's just drank it. I mean, that's just disgusting, right? Oh, he drives me nuts. They're not supposed to drink tea, but I've got one cat, Rascal, my tabby. I don't even know where he is. He's not here at the moment. But, you know, as soon as you make a cup of tea and you put your tea down, bang, he's in it. He's literally in it. And I never, ever get to drink a full cup of tea, because he'll have half of it. It's just a nightmare. I love him to bits, but, you know, sometimes you can't drink the tea because it's too hot, and then you'll walk away from it or go to the bathroom or whatever, and then come back and he's got his head in your cup. He's a nightmare. Right, so I don't want to make this a really, really long video, and I do appreciate that I've got a ton of projects. Right, so the next one I'm going to show you is, I'll go for that one. Oh, this has been the bane of my life. So I think I overcompensated on this one when I set my goal. I think I underestimated actually how much 3% was. So this is Amy Stewart, chartered by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's Ornament a Stitch in Time. Really beautiful project. I set my goal at being 13%. Now, take into consideration, I think I was at 11.5% or something when I had my last video. So we're talking a good 3.5%. Now, not realising how many stitches 3.5% was. And I think I only had like 2 days to do this. So it is actually 970 stitches. But I literally had 2 days to do it. on an evening where I was exercising my horse. So this one was coming to work with me because I was doing it in the evenings. On the weekends, I would take an hour out and I would, you know, work on this one. It genuinely has been the bane of my life. I really just want to make sure that I achieve those goals. So this month I haven't gone too crazy on goals because, you know, I've made sure that they are, you know, achievable within the time scale that I've given myself. But yeah, so I did 970 stitches and I only worked on it, well, it's supposed to have only worked on it 2 days. I did end up probably working on it for a good sort of 2 weeks throughout that time, you know, just snippets here and, you know, I'd finish a project and it'd be like 9 o'clock and then I'd get my stitching time out again and then I'd be like, right, I'm just going to do half an hour. I'm going to do, you know, 50 stitches or, you know, 20 stitches and, you know, they're all, that percentage just chips away and you do manage it. And I think I managed it at 10:30 last night. I think I actually finished a stitching time and I reached my 13% goal. So I'm doing this on 18 count 2/1 and this is full cross again. Where have I put my thing? So this is what you saw it as last month. And this is where we are today. So I am at 13%. Yes, I do appreciate that I've still got a lot in here to fill in. Again, to get my 13%, I kind of needed to go a bit rogue and have a bit more of a bulk colour. This actually is a lot more filled in. I've got a few gaps up here to do. Again, here, I need to fill that in. And, you know, I am doing it. I am chipping away. I'm getting there. I just need to kind of keep going. I did quite a lot in this area here last night, even though that looks like it's very, very orange. Is that right? I'm wondering now if I've used the wrong colour. Ooh. God, that would be a nightmare if I had. No, I think, yeah, because I've got quite a lot of orange in there, but that's fine. So yeah, so I'm happy with that one. You know, I'm not going to set myself such a big goal this time. I think probably maybe 1.5%, but hoping to smash it. What I find though is if I set myself a lower goal, I always try and beat it by quite a lot. Now, I think I put myself off on this one because I was just getting really frustrated with it. I was sick of seeing it, if I'm honest. I just felt like I'm done doing this project now because I'd spent so much time on it. I think I spent like 6 days on it in the end. You know, just a bit of time here, a bit of time there, and I just felt like I just couldn't quite get there. And you know, we're only talking. How many things is this? This is only a. It's only got 48,971 stitches in all. Actually, that's quite a lot, isn't it? Yeah, I think I underestimated actually how big this project is. Even though it's not a big project, still quite a lot of stitches. So, yeah. So that was a bit of a nightmare. And I've got a nice big knot at the back, which I need to cut out because that will just drive me potty. But anyway, so that is that one. The next one I'm going to show you is a new start. Right, this is really exciting. So, last month I said that month before last, I said I wasn't going to do any new starts. Did I say that month before last? Or did I say that last month? Anyway, sometime last month before, I was like, right, I've got 17 projects. I want to sort of try and see if I can get some finished. So, I'm missing a project. Oh, no, I'm not. So I am not going to do any new starts. And I think that lasted about a week. And then I was like, right, I need another start. I need a new start because I thought then it would be really, really cool to go into 2022 with 22 projects. So I had to start 2 new projects for that to happen. So one of the projects that I started was this beauty, and I've actually got my threads that I can show you. So, long dog sampler, been wanting to get this one for forever because I absolutely love it. This is called Crossword, Krozzwyrd, as you can see. this is on the Long Dog Sampler site. And I'm so excited. So I'm doing this on a grey fabric because I think that with the colours that I've got, I think it will look stunning. And I did post this on Cross Stitch Unlimited, and everyone that came back gave me feedback and said, oh my God, your colours are amazing. So, right, I am using 2 main colours with this, and I have just got a tiny... So, my main colour... Oh, okay, do you know what? I've got these open already, so instead of going in... Right, okie dokie. So, before I show you, I'm going to show you my colours. What I have decided to do is all of these letters here and all of the lines up and down, I've decided to do in colourway 29, which is this one. All of the backgrounds here and here and here, I've decided to do in colourway 3041, which is this one. And I don't know if you can see, you know, these little bits inside some of the letters. Sorry, I'm freaking myself out by looking around, but it's very difficult to see what you can see if I'm not sort of peering around it. But again, it looks really weird. So can you see here, I've got little hearts there and I've got a little heart there. So I am going to do that one, those little bits in this colour here. And I just think it will look really beautiful on the fabric that I've chosen. So, without keeping you suspense for long, I'm going to show you what fabric I've used. Right, so I bought this fabric from Lakeside Needlecraft and it is called Pearl Grey. Now, I don't have, obviously, last month to show you because I've only just started this. But, what do you think about this? Right, I'm not too sure what colour that is going to look like. I think it looks pretty much normal, but how beautiful does that gorgeous purple look on this fabric? It's just really beautiful. I didn't realise though how big this actual project is. I thought those letters were going to be like half the size. You know, I thought the squares were going to be like half the size, more of a... I don't know, I guess if I grab another project, like this size, you can see the squares in that. I thought they were going to be that size. They are a little bit humongous. So I've got this in a little 11 by 11 Q-snap because I wanted this one to be one that I can take to work and work on. I am doing this on 32 count 2/2. See if I can show you a close-up because this is a nice small one that I can actually show you a close-up. So yeah, 2/2, 32 count. Really lovely. I'm going to put that there and I'm going to move this. So I know I didn't set a goal for that one because it wasn't a whip that I had going, but I did do 563 stitches, which, you know, for a new start, that's all right. I think I only worked on that one day and then one lunchtime, which is only half an hour. So I don't really get to achieve that at lunch. But that is that one. Okay. The next one I'm going to show you is Amy Stewart. I love Amy Stewart. One of my favourite artists. I do realise I keep banging the table, sorry. I feel wired today. You know what? When I ride my horse, I always feel so wired because I've just, you know, feel exhilarated. Is it endorphins are going everywhere and dopamine or whatever it's called. And I've eaten as well, so I'll ride my horse, then I'll come home and eat, and I just feel like I'm wired, I'm buzzing. I'm also really, really hot because I'm sat in front of a radiator, but okay. So this one here, Amy Stewart's Life is an Open Book, Paris. This is one that I was doing on 25 count, but ditched that because I didn't like it. So I'm doing this one on 18 count 2/1. My goal for this one was 12%. Let's have a look how much I've done. What have you done this month? I think that's it. Ooh, is it? Yes, that looks like it. Right, okay, I've done 12.44%, so I smashed it by 0.44%, which is amazing. So I better show you what I did last month, hadn't I? Okay, so this is what it looked like last month. And this is where I am at now. There we go. So getting there. So I worked on this area here. I've got a bit more in here. I've started to work along. Basically, all of my park threads that I had in this area, I've kind of worked in, and I'm moving across. So yeah, I have all these to do in that one. And I'm just basically moving my project down. So I think I have got a few sort of rogue stitches in here. I think there's one there that I need to sort of pick up, but I do that as I go. So I'll tend to sort of take one of my threads and then I'll work that down. Then I'll go back into here and I'll think, right, okay, well, let's get that colour done that's in here, and I'll do that, and then I'll go back to one of my park threads, and then I'll go back in here, and drives me nuts. This is, you know what, this is the advantage to doing the 10 by 10 square, is that you don't end up missing stitches. And I'm finding that the filling in blanks thing is getting very wearing. I don't know, it just, I feel like I'm constantly filling in the blanks. But the problem I've got is if I didn't do sort of, not extreme cross country, but a little bit cross country, I don't feel like I'd get anything done. And the problem with that then is, you know, you work down 2 or 3 of those squares, these squares, one, I think I'm going down, okay, 3, no, hang on, 3, yeah. So you work down like 3 squares, and what you're finding is you get gappy, because, you know, you're taking a thread and you're working it down, taking a thread and working it down. So you naturally do pick up gaps, and I guess that is the only difference to doing the 10 by 10 square, is the fact that everything is filled in. You don't have to keep going back and filling in the blanks, and I miss that. But again, I wouldn't, if I was faffing about with parking my threads, I wouldn't achieve the goals that I need to achieve. And let's face it, I've been doing this channel for like 2 or 3 years now, and I've only had like 2 finishes, which is just a nightmare. Not acceptable, really. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you is Grey's Face. It's a quick stitch by Josephine Wall. Grey's Face. Call her Grey's Faces, but she's not Grey's Faces. She's Grace Face 2. So, this is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, if I can get it out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful project. Can you see like the running correlation with the colour? I just love projects with colouring. Really gorgeous. This is so beautiful. Josephine Wall is just an epic artist. This is going to go in my stitchy corner in Pride of Place. I'm doing this on 18 count to everyone full cross. My goal this month was oh, I didn't tell you. Okay, so Storykeep, I did 294 stitches. Soz. I did 538 on this one. Yeah, 538 stitches. I'm getting there. I feel like I'm getting there. So I was supposed to do 70. Oh, where are you? Grace Face, 72%, but I did 72.15. So in my opinion, I smashed it because I got over what I was supposed to do. So I don't know if I don't know if I told you this. This is what it looked like last month. And then this is what it looks like this month. Right, I'm going to pull back and go up. How gorgeous is that? So I am getting there. Yes, I've got some bits here to fill in. This is really confetti heavy. This is not so much. So I've got a lot of block colour in this area. So I think that really helped. But when you get to the little lady down here, she's got a lot of block colour in her. So if you take this half as being really confetti heavy, I think this half here, won't be so confetti heavy. So I've only got a good 38% left. Yeah. Something like that. So I think that the more I work on it now, because I've got a lot more block colour, I think it's going to be coming together a lot quicker, which is exciting. I'm doing that on 18 count, to everyone wasn't sure if I told you that or not. Next one I'm going to show you, I'm at 40 minutes already. Next one I'm going to show you is Resistance is Futile. And again, this is another long dog sampler, but I love long dog samplers. Resistance is Futile. And I am doing this in colourway 917, which is a fuchsia pink. I did 217 stitches. This is one that I took to work, so I was like 70 stitches, 78 stitches, 72 stitches. So I don't, because I only have half an hour break, I don't really get a lot of time to do it. In fact, this wasn't actually going to be on my list this month. But because I was like, right, just take it to work and just, you know, just get another couple of hundred or just get another 100 stitches done. And I think I got 200 stitches done. So that's another 200 stitches that I wouldn't have got done if I hadn't taken it to work. So I'm doing this on 32 count, 2/2. No, I'm not. I lie. I'm doing it on 28 count, 2/2. Colourway 917, and it's on like a pearlescence fabric. Yeah, so this is what it looked like last month. And this is what it looks like this month. So again, I've finished the first band, I'm on the second band, and I can see myself again, that's freaking me out. And I'm just sort of working across, and then I will go to my next band and I will work across. And I'm just going to do it band by band. I've got, I don't know how many bands I've got. So I've done that band there. I'm working on this band now. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that yeah, 6. Yeah, another 6 bands to do. So yeah, it's taken a while, but you know what? I'm absolutely enjoying the process on this one. This is gorgeous. Such a gorgeous colour as well. So I'm going to frame that in a really beautiful white frame, and that's going to go on my dove grey walls. And I think that the contrast with the colours will look lovely. So I'm at, I don't even know if I told you a percentage. Oh, what I was supposed to do, oh no, I didn't. Oh, 19.5%. And I am at 19.84. So I smashed that one as well, which is really, really good. Right, the next one is a new start, and oh my days. I had absolutely no idea how much confetti was in this project. Now, I thought that Heaven and Earth Designs on a general basis is confetti heavy, but geez Louise, it did not prepare me for the amount of confetti in this project, literally. So this is a new start. This is part of my 22 whips for 2022, and it's Stormy. Now this is one that I've been wanting to work on for like forever because I love owls, but honestly, every single area that you see in that, even like the leaves have got 150 bazillion, zillion, trillion colours in it. And it is literally one stitch, one colour, one stitch, another colour, one stitch, one colour, one stitch, another colour. And oh, it's stressful. But what's even more stressful is because I'm doing this on my own fabric, I think I said to you that I did a die myself. I haven't got anything to show you last month, so I'll just show you now. But I have done this on, I'm done this on 28 count, but it's a self-dyed fabric that I thought would be really nice. So that is where I am. It's grey. Yes, I know it looks blue, but it's actually grey. Unfortunately, this doesn't help. This makes it look blue. But then if you hold something up against this that's blue, then this looks grey. It's just, honestly, talk about mess with your head. So, right, okay, that is about all I could stand. That's like 50 colours. Well, okay, that might be a slight exaggeration. That's like 10 colours. Look at the confetti amount in that. So on this one, which I did the same for the crossword as well. Normally on a Heaven and Earth, I will start on the top left hand and I'll work across and work down, or yeah, work across and work down. On this one and on the crossword one, the new start that I showed you earlier on that grey fabric, I'm starting in the middle. Now the reason I'm starting in the middle is because I don't have any gridding. Now it does feel a little bit like I'm riding a bike without stabilizers, and I can actually work without gridded fabric, of course I can, but you have to be really on it for this to make sure that you know where you're going. So I'm not going to show you all of the pattern, but let me just show you some of the pattern and you will see what I mean. So let me just bring it up on my thing, and this will give you an idea of the confetti-ness. Right, you're probably going to get reflection. Okay, so how crazy is that? I mean, look. I mean, what? Like literally, it is like that the whole way. If I go to, oh, there's a leaf in here somewhere. Where's the leaf? Oh my God, yeah. So, right, that is a leaf. I mean, like, literally is a nightmare. So I could only deal with doing like an hour's work on that, and then my head was like, so I think that's going to be a really slow progress. Now again, it looks like it's a small project, but it's not. It's actually quite a big project. And what I'm finding is, because I started in the middle, oh, where are you? So that red dot there, well, where is it? That red dot there is the middle of the project. So then if I go up, that is like the end of the project. So if I scroll up there, so that's where I am. So I'm actually having to work kind of almost like backwards, sort of up and out, rather than like working from the top left hand corner, because actually I think there's like a big stick thing, yeah. So if you have a look here, oh, hang on. Go away. Right, so you see that green cross there? Obviously that's one colour. That is a stick or a branch that the owl is sitting on. Now that's the owl. So you haven't got any start in the top left hand corner. So it's really, really difficult. And what I didn't want to do is try and work down, and then realise that where my branch is completely out of sync for everything else. Having put that much work into it, because it's going to take time, I thought I'd play it safe and I'd start in the middle and just work outwards. So, and if you can fathom actually doing the whole of the owl with what I've shown you, then you're cleverer than I am. Right. Okay, so that's Stormy. Oh, hang on. So I did that on 32 count, 2/2, and I worked on it. Hang on, wrong one. Where is it gone? How have I just moved the pages over? Let's see, what? Oh my days. Bear with me 1 second just to have my meltdown, because I don't know what I've done. Where have I put that? Oh, hang on, did I? Oh, there we are. Okay, so I did, Stormy Maria. 90, yeah, I did basically 90 stitches. Yeah, I think by then I'd run out of steam. And I could only cope with 90 stitches, and then I put it away. I was like, right, do you know what? I said that I was going to do a new start and I was going to touch it. I touched it. So that's it. Right, the next one I'm going to show you is, again, you're probably going to ask why I'm doing the same one twice. There is method to my madness. So this one that I've just shown you, which is Delightful Waltz. I'm also doing on 18 count as well as 20. And I don't even know why I'm showing you because it's the same thing. So Delightful Waltz, but this is not the large version. This is just a regular version. Now, I started doing this earlier this year, I think. No, not this year, last year. And one of my friends said, oh my God, that's amazing. It's so colourful. I love colour. Can you make me one? So I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's fine. But then I came across, there was a larger version, like a large version. And I thought, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll do this 18 count one for her. And then I'll take the larger version and I'll do that on 20 count 1/1 for me. So I am working on 2 of the same projects. But I guess when I'm finished, it will give you an idea of what... Oh, no, it won't because they're not the same project. Scrap that. Okay, so I think what I was going to say is it will give you an idea of what the project will look like, 20 count to 18 count. But obviously, to do a complete comparison, they have to be the same project. But from a, you know, just viewing it perspective and seeing how much, you know, how pixelated it is or how clear it is, then I think you still can see that. So, yeah, I showed you. So on this one, I did 1,000 and, was that a 9 or a 4? 1,004 or 1,009, depending on what it's written. I can't remember now. I can't read my writing. And I worked on that for 2 days. I actually really enjoyed this one because although it's quite confetti heavy, it is also, there's a lot of block colour, so you kind of get a bit of both. It's just when I've got projects that are just complete confetti heavy and they're just not enjoyable. I'm just not enjoying too much confetti. What am I doing? Okay, so this is what it looked like last month. And this is what it looks like this month. So I basically, yep, so this is a page, that's a page. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to fill in my pages and get my pages done and then work across. I think that is kind of what I'm doing with this one. I did start to move across and then like move down, but I've just decided that I don't really want to do it that way anymore. I want to do it by page. But I tend to just go with the flow. Whatever I'm feeling that day, I'll do. So if I'm feeling like, oh, you know what, I want to work over here and get some of this done, then I will. If I'm, however, feeling like, no, I want to do page by page, I'll do page by page. But it kind of amalgamates all into one because I change my mind so frequently. But this has been done on 18 count, 2/1. So that's a nice one. I do enjoy doing that one. I am running out of space. Oh, see, I've taken off my, see, I've got lots of this. Oh, and also I don't have any of those cable ties. So I could do with putting some of them on there, but I think my grind guide has gone on to another project by the looks of it. Oh yeah, it's gone on to my Stormy project. Right, I'm going to stick that up there. Oh no, I've got 2 more projects. I promise you, this is almost over. I know I'm like rambling on. I'm trying to speak fast so that I can get this video done within, you know, a decent time. Because I know I have so many projects. I'll try not to set so many project goals next month. So, I had to do a week on Bountiful Bookshelf. This is a project by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I love this one. I love books. Books are like my life. I love books. Love anything sort of Pinocchio, Cinderella, you know, Disney. Love that. I did this. Oh, hang on. I wanted to get it to 3.5%. And what did you do, Hol? What did you get to? So I got to 3.57%. Now, do you know what? Considering this is an absolutely humongous project, I am really pleased at that. And I ended up doing 1,107 stitches. So this is what it looked like last month. And this is what it looks like this month. Okay, so on this one, I was trying to work on coming down here, this area here, filling in. I had a lot of park threads. I just was trying to work from this area over to this area because I want to move my Q-snap so I can start working on this book over here, but I can't do that because I haven't got any space. This book is massive. It's like that big. Well, about another one of these over here. So I just want to make sure that I've got a whole space that I can fill that book. So I need to get rid of this book. So I need to move my Q-snap. So this book needs to be complete and I'm just not doing a very good job of it. So yeah, filled in all my park threads and then kind of worked down here, I think. And I'm trying to move this way. But then I get distracted with this bit over here. And I start working on that bit, but I just need to leave that bit and do this bit. But again, loads of confetti, and it does get wearing after a while, and I'm exhausted. So I am really enjoying that one. I'm honestly, you know when people get to the end of their projects and then they put it in the bath and they clean it. Honestly, this is going to be filthy. Look at all of that over here. It's just, I mean, I'm trying to keep it tidy and clean, and it actually is. But I bet you, if I was to put that in a bath and soak it, it'd be minging. It'd be so dirty, but I'm going to deal with that another time. Oh, is anyone interested in my back? Because I know that people like backs. There's like this obsessive compulsive thing about backs. Now, I'm going to level with you. It isn't a complete car crash. However, I don't really care what my back looks like. As long as I haven't got knots everywhere and as long as it's flat, I don't really care what my back looks like. So, I'm going to show you. Okay. This is my back. Right. Where are you? Let's see. Yeah, there we are. So, I'm going to stand up for this one. Oh, hang on. I'm stood on my microphone. So, yes, it's not a complete car crash. Yes, people out there who are absolutely perfect and perfect stitches and their back looks like their front. My back definitely does not look like my front. I mean, I've got the same colours, but that's just, you know, that's just because I'm using those colours. But it doesn't look like a complete car crash, does it? But I know everyone's interested in what backs look like, so I thought I'd show you my back. There we go. But like I said, I'm not really bothered as long as I haven't got loads of knots everywhere and my strings haven't gone completely crazy. What I do to try and keep it sort of semi-tidy is if I've got a lot of stitching on already and I'm looking to go maybe over another square, I don't tend to go more than one square. I will put it under all of my other stitching. If, however, I haven't got like hardly any stitching and I need to kind of go into another square sort of further on, I will just do that, and then when everything else around it or near it gets filled up, then the stitches will just sit on top of it so you won't really see it. So that is what I do for, I'm going to put that over there. That is what I do for my stitching. That is how I stitch, really. I'm kind of a bit of a, it depends on how I'm feeling at the time, girl. Sometimes I want to be really neat and do a 10 by 10 square. Sometimes I'm like, oh, just get it done. And then I'll just, you know, work in threads and just hit it wherever I want to hit it. Right, one more, and then I'm working on what I'm going to do in February, but I promise you that won't be that long. I'm going to try and keep that to 5 minutes. Okay, so the other one I wasn't going to work on, but I thought, do you know what, I'll take it to work. It's only a small project. Is the Bumblebee, and I cannot remember who I bought this from. It was on Etsy. excuse me, I love bumblebees. And I needed to get it to 45%. And what did I get it to? I sneeze. Excuse me. Where are you? Bumblebee. So, oh, it's okay. It wasn't supposed to be my thing. I've only done 43%. Oh. And 261 stitches. Oh, that's depressed me now. That's the only project. Oh, had I known that, I would have worked on that a little bit longer. So I was supposed to have done 45%, but I've only done 43%, unless I thought that 43 was 45 because I've misread the figure. Oh well, failed. Epic fail. Oh well, it is what it is. So I'm doing this one on 28 counts, 2/1. This isn't on a Q-snap because I'm running out of Q-snaps and I refuse to buy any more. I've got like dozens of the things. Yeah, 28 count, 2/2. This is what it looked like last month. Did I even do that with my last one? I can't even remember if I said to you what my Bountiful bookshelf looked like last month. I'm having, do you know what, I'm having one of those days. It's so busy at work. It's just crazy because it's month end and I'm in finance department. And if you're in finance, you understand month end, quarter end, year end. It's just a nightmare. So I'm absolutely knackered when I leave work. And then I'm knackered when I get on my horse. So I'm even more knackered now. And I don't know whether I'm coming or going. So I'm hoping that I did all that right. But anyway, okay, I'm jabbering now. Right, there we go. And that is where we are now. So, I don't know how much I did in percent. Not enough, obviously. But, you know, it's starting to come along. It's very cute, don't you think? There's a cute little bumblebee. I'm doing this on 28 count 2/2 on the this like sparkly snow. Don't know if you can see it. Probably can't really. I think this light that's in front of me is so bright that it just takes away from anything else. But I am enjoying that. I am enjoying that. Oh, have you seen my little needleminder that you have to have like 20/20 vision to see? I mean, it's cute, but wow, it's small. But it's okay. Okay. That is it. That's it for my whips. That is it for my whips. So I'm going to run through really quickly what I plan on doing this month. Okay, so Bountiful bookshelf. Oh, you've seen it. Do I need to take? I don't need to take it out of the cover. That's basically Bountiful bookshelf. I want to get that up to 4%. I've got to work on that for a week for my whip go. So whip go this month. What was pulled? Number 5 and number 5. What else was pulled? I've got it on here because I've just written it down. Oh my days! Why can't I see it? Okay, and 17. 5 and 17. Number 5 and number 17. So I have got to work on Bountiful bookshelf for a week. Again, I've put that on there a few times actually because this is a 726,000 stitched project and I just don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. So I've actually put Bountiful bookshelf work on a week just to kind of get some headway on it. So I've got to work on that one for a week. I've also got to work on, where's 5? Oh no, that is 5. 17, Enchanted Snowman, which is this one here, and I'll get this one out because you haven't seen this one. So I've also got to work on this one for a week. So that'd be quite nice. That's really gorgeous, that one. I do love it. It's by Donna Gelsinger. And then I'm also going to work on a new start again, this is part of my 2022. So I think this is my last new start. But I'm really, really looking forward to this one. However, because it's, you know, a lot of block colour. Now I've set myself to, hang on a minute, let me go back a minute. Whoa, rewind. So Enchanted Snowman, I want to get to 3.25%. I don't actually know what it is at the moment. Let's have a look. Hang on. So Enchanted Snowman is at 2.37, but I want to get it to 3.25. Now, I do have a week to work on it, so I should be able to make that. My gorgeous Henry VIII, which is my new start. Oh, cannot wait to start this one. There is so much block colour on that. I am going to love working on that one. So I've got my material that is 18 count, and I'm going to do 18 count 2/1, which is this material here. Again, it's gridded, almost a gridlock then, gridded. I don't know if I want to do it on 18 count. Oh, I've got makeup on. I don't know if I want to do it on 18 count or if I actually want to do it on 20 count, just 1/1. Decisions. I think I decided that I wanted to do it on 18 because I wanted to make it a massive project. But it's not really going to be too much smaller doing 20 count. I don't know. I'll make that decision hopefully before I put the first stitch in. But that one is going to be my new start. So I'm definitely going to do that one. I'm not going to set myself... Oh yeah, I did set myself a goal. 0.50. Okay, because I know it's a big project, but there is a lot of non-confetti in that, a lot of block colour. So I should be able to make 0.5%. The next one I'm going to work on is... a Peacock Love. I want to get to 20% on this one, and I have got 18.53. So yeah, a percentage and a half I should. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is a Josephine wall. Really beautiful. And this is going to go, I'm actually doing that one on 18 count 2/1, but I'm actually going to put this in like a really nice photo frame, which will be lovely. So I'm going to work on that one, and I am going to work on, get in there, my twisted band sampler. I'm just going to get another band in on this one, but you know the great thing about this one is I'm finally out of those golds. So I am now working on this green here because I'm done with the gold and yellow. Oh, drove me nuts. So I'm at, I don't know what percentage I am, but you know what? I wasn't actually looking at the percentage on that one because I was just like, get a band done and go with that. And it doesn't really matter what your percentage is, but I'm at 47.91%, and I think I did put a percentage on here. I know I just said a band, but yeah, over 50% would be good. I think a whole band would be over 50% anyway. So that is that one. This is not 5 minutes, is it? The next one I want to work on is Bookshelf, which I didn't work on last month, but I'm making good progress on this one. This is charted by New Dream Stitch, and I think I got this one on Etsy as well. Let me just find it for you. I'm at 31.90, and I want to get to 35%. I think I can do that because actually, if you actually have a look at the stop doing that. If you actually have a look at the pattern, there is so much block colour, you know, so I'm loving this one because of that reason. It just gives me a break from all the confetti to be able to do something. So this is the pattern, Bookshelf. Oh, I love these books. It's going to go in my reading nook. So I'll just show you it because I've got it here anyway. This is one I had to take off a few stuff as well, but that is where I am so far. Hang on. Let me do it this way. Yeah, that is where I am at. So this one, this first, oh my days, I'm all fingers and thumbs. So this one here is almost done. I just got to fill in this bit, and then I've actually got to work on this one more because I haven't hardly done any of that one. But yeah, so that is one that I intend on working on. Yeah, again, I want to just try and get as much of that done as possible because I need to get it finished. And then other than that, I've got a few more from the pile that you've seen that I want to work on. Pink peonies. Good job. The great thing about having these colour coordinated is I know, because generally I've matched the colour to the colour of this, I know which wallets have what projects, so I can pull them out really quick. So I'm going to work on peonies. I want to get that one up to, I don't know, percentage, because they haven't even got percentage. So I'll say I want to do 300 to 500 stitches on that one. That one we've done. A Stitch in Time Sweet Life. I want to get that one to 3%, and that one is, where are you? There we go. Oh, it's upside down. That one there. You have seen it before. So I want to get that one to 3%. Band sample I've shown you. Bookshelf I've shown you. Grace Faces, which is here. Where are you? There we go. I want to get that one to above 73%. The Resistance is Futile, which is that one. I want to get that one to over 20%. Crosswords, which is the first one, which is this one. I want to get that one to up to 3% or over, which I should be able to do actually, because, you know, again, it's all block colour. Henry has shown you Stormy. I want to get to 1%, but we will see if I even get to like a 0.5%. Where is it? Where are you? Stormy. Where are you hiding, man? What have I done with it? Oh. Stormy. I think I've pulled it out with another one. Oh my days. I'm going mad. Bear with me 1 sec. I'm having a moment. Oh, I've got itchy nose as well. Oh, there we are. You're hiding. So Stormy, I want to get that up to 0.5%. No, 1%. 1%. Why am I doing this to myself? So this month I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 projects to work on. A Peacock Love I'll be doing at work. Bookshelf, so I think I can do some of that at work. Resistance is Futile I'll do at work. Crossword I'll do at work. So yeah, I've got a few that I can work in my lunch break. So hopefully I should be able to manage to do them. But yeah, so that is the end of this video. I hope it's not been too boring for you. I've really tried to kind of not rush through it, but talk a bit quicker than talking like this, and things take too long. So I really hope that I can get some decent stitching done next month. I should do. However, I kind of need to put a little bit of work into like me actually moving abroad. You know, that might be good. We've got the deposit paid on the stables. I think, I don't know if I told you that. I've now got a couple of companies come back with quotes for the barn, the steel, which is, oh my gosh, don't even talk to me about the expense of steel. So I've got a couple of companies that I'm sort of toing and froing with to go with. And then I need to look at booking my horse on a plane. I mean, that would be a start as well, because I think I don't know how long it takes from saying I want to move my horse to the States to actually doing it, because they need all this medical stuff and tests and everything. Cats are easy. Their everything is up to date, and then I just need to run in for a rabies jab for them, so they're fine. But yeah, so I also need to, I don't know how long it's going to take to get my place all packed up and shipped out. I know it takes about 6 to 8 weeks to ship it all out, but I don't know what people's timescales are. On one of the barn one of the companies for the steel frame, they're like 6 months behind, so they can't even get the steel to us until April, like beginning of May. So we just have to look at timescales. But you know what? I'm not in a rush. As far as I'm concerned, when I fly out to the States, I'm pretty much retired, because I will be riding horses. Yes, I'll be dealing with clients and people. I actually deal with people quite well, but I'll be riding for my living. You know, I'll be working with horses. I'll do the therapy side. And for me, I feel like I retired because I'm doing something I love to do every single day. And, you know, yeah, I will be on the yard every single day. But it's, you know, I'll have staff, and, you know, it's something I can kind of drop into and drop out of. You know, if I need to be in the office to do paperwork, I'll be doing that. But, you know, it would just be so nice to be able to look outside my window and see people riding in the arena. You know, it's just such a nice setup, and I'm really, really excited. So I am planning on getting all the stitching done. I do need to put a little bit of time and effort into like my future, to try and get that done, and kind of a little bit more organised, because other than that, I haven't done anything. I mean, the fact that we've got the stables, you know, deposit paid, which means that they're fabricating them now, is amazing. You know, with regard to the steel, all I need to do is, yeah, I'm going to go with you, right? What deposit do you need? Okay, bang, there's your deposit. So that's not a problem. But I don't know what I'm really, you know what I'm stressing more about? I'm just stressing about getting my house packed up. But they do it for you, don't they? They come in and do it for you. So I just need to make a phone call and say, right, I want someone to come and pack my house up and move my stuff. And then they'll just come and do it. So I don't know why I'm stressing. I think I'm stressing because I've got so much to get rid of. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm really, really sorry this has gone on so long. Thank you for joining me. If you have liked what you've seen and not been put off, please press the subscribe button. I really, really appreciate it. And I will... you know, I see everyone that subscribes. It's really nice when, you know, you go onto YouTube. It's like, oh, such and such is subscribed to your channel, and oh, you've got a new subscriber. And it's just really nice to be able to sort of, you know, see that, and you know, have you guys come with me on this journey. But thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of the evening. I don't even know what time it is now. Oh God, it's like 10 o'clock. I need to go to bed. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.